Welcome back to Bama Land 300. In this video, we tackle the final saw log and the root ball in the Big Tree series. Enjoy!
Alright, yeah, so we want to get this right here. And that way the root ball won't get away from us and he'll have a hold of the saw log.
Woo, that's heavy. Don't want to pull it. I might be able to get over there and pull it with the bucket.
Why don't we just put some logs behind it so the root ball doesn't run? And then it's gonna pinch. I mean, I got wedges and stuff. I'm not worried about that.
All right.
But I just assume you already still be having a hold of it. Think this is big enough?
Yeah, that should be good. Ain't gonna hurt to have two of them back there.
Well,
I don't think it's gonna go anywhere anyway.
already kind of hung up on that.
Yep.
Not a hit. Plus it's sitting on that. Oh, that maybe while I got the saw running too. Get that cut, pull it out of the way.
Yeah.
Come grab a hold to this. Back up where that pile is, and I'll buck those up while we're at it. And all that dirt's on there is going to blow this chain.
It's gonna dull the chain.
Yeah. Well, I got more back in the container. We got any reason to believe this thing's going to roll towards me?
I don't see how. We got a grade going this way. We got the chain on it.
And this is sloping down.
And this is sloping,
It'd
so
have to go uphill, wouldn't it?
it would have to go uphill.
Now, I don't think this bar is going all the way through.
It'll be close.
Well, I'm not.
It'll be close.
If I had to
How
pull
close
over
are you?
here.
Oh, no, it won't.
All right.
We'll have to hit it on this side too.
Should I hit it on that side first?
I would. Then you'll be safe over there.
Let's do that.
Now, I've cut down a lot of trees in my life, but this is undoubtedly the biggest tree that I've ever cut. We're about 30 yards to the east of the old barn. That's the barn that is torn down in the intro to my videos. And there's a piece of metal in this tree, and that's not uncommon, particularly trees that grow up around humans, around homes and in yards and such. What happens when you hit a piece of metal with your chainsaw chain, it'll dull the teeth. Now, it can dull them unevenly. In other words, those teeth are pitched left and right, alternating on the chain. If you destroy one tooth that's in one angle, the chain will tend to pull in the opposite direction. And that's in fact what happened here. So throughout this video, you'll see where I stopped one time where I had to change the chain on the saw. Now this is my 32-inch bar. My very last cut, I switched to my 28-inch bar and saw. Right here, Kenny's driving wedges into the top of the saw curve. If you have a log that's laying such that the top of the saw, from your perspective, is in compression, it can pinch the bar and your chainsaw will get stuck inside the log. So if you drive wedges into the top like that, it'll prevent it from pinching, and then you'll be able to get your saw out.
I say just yank it, man, see what
Yeah.
happens. If this side went all the way through, the other side went all the way through. Can't be more than about 10% holding it. Hey, there you go. Good job.
You know, it's great to have friends and neighbors around to help out. Ken is a friend and a neighbor and a relative by marriage. And guess what Ken's wife's name is? You guessed it, Barb. So we've got our very own Ken and Barb. We ended up with 4 really nice saw logs out of this tree. As of the upload date of this video, they have not been to the mill yet to be cut into boards and lumber. When you cut trees down that you intend on milling, you need to seal the ends of the logs. They'll start drying and cracking, and your boards will end up with cracks in the end. I use a product called Anchor Seal. Now you're supposed to get the ends sealed up within a day or two of when you cut them. I didn't get these sealed up for about 2 weeks, and you can already see cracks starting to form on the ends of the logs. That's okay, all you have to do is just cut a little bit off. As you can imagine, this huge tree left a big old hole in the ground. We decided to bury the root ball instead of saving it. I've seen where people have had root balls slabbed into lumber and then later made some really interesting furniture. I decided just to bury this back in its original hole. Ken's digging out some more clay to make the hole bigger so that the root ball sits, well beneath the surface. That's going to result in a lot of clay left over. Come back to the channel in a future video where we make a dam, or levee, or a dam for the spring project. And all that clay is used to create that dam to create the little pond at the spring project.
Find anything interesting down there? Just a lot of clay, huh?
It has been confirmed by the neighbors that this natural spring at the bottom of the hill was used back in the day for a moonshine still. Unfortunately, a lot of the trash from that operation was left down by the spring. I used the opportunity of this big old hole to get rid of some of the trash. Found a big propane bottle, a stove standpipe, numerous glass jars that supposedly would have been used for the whiskey.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna have you fill that hole in today.
Okay.
I got a bunch of trash down.
That's true.
Some old tires, that barbed wire. Oh, you saw it
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. That'll work.
Right there.
Yep.
Toss that firewood wall over here. Get it later.
All right.
There.
Yeah.
Break that off into there.
Yep. I'll go load those up.
What's that?
Go load those up.
If you want. Call them today.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna, as soon as you're done with this, load those up, and then I'm gonna go get some lunch.
I don't blame you.
Excellent. All right.
Well, thanks for watching to the end of the video. In my next couple of videos, I will be mopping up all that we've done and getting this big tree down on the ground and cut up and cleaned up. You'll want to stay tuned to see what we end up doing with all that clay and building the dam and building the pond down at the spring area. If you like this kind of content, or if I've entertained you a little bit, hit that like button. And if you're subscribed, make sure you ring the notification bell so you get notified of my next videos. Thanks again.
It's like I was telling Kenny, that hole solved another problem for me. I think you guys have seen that trash, all that barbed wire and trash down there. There's my hole for that.